Hey guys, welcome to my video. It's CammyJOfficial, so let's start the show. My name is Cammy. Welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and get right to the video. All right, y'all, so I'm coming to you live and direct with these dark circles right here. As you can see, my dark circles are deep and very prominent, but I'm going to test out this color corrector by Nikita Dragun, and I'm going to see if this is indeed the best color corrector on the market. So let's get right into it. So this is the Dragunfire color corrector, and this is in the color orange, and this retails for about $25. So this is definitely a higher end color corrector, and I wanted to show you guys what the applicator looks like. It comes with a very tiny little applicator where you can see how much comes out per application. And this is a quick look at the actual box that the packaging comes in, just in case you were wondering. Now, before we do anything else to our face, we are going to moisturize. This is going to be the key to a smooth application. So I'm going to be using the CeraVe Eye Repair Cream. I'm just going to squeeze out 2 drops like so on my face. It really doesn't take a whole bunch. And then using my finger, I am just going to gently tap that in. And as you guys can see, as I tap it in, it's dissolving into my skin really easily, very quickly. That is definitely what you want from your under eye cream. And my under eyes are nice and hydrated now. All right, so let's get with the application. So I'm going to remove this from the color corrector, taking out the wand. And again, this is what it looks like and how much product comes off on it the first time. Now for the application, when I color correct, I always like to start small. That is the name of the game, because if you put too much, you will have a hard time taking away. So that is how the first 3 dots look. I do like the consistency, came out well. And now I'm going to be using my Sephora number 57 concealer blending brush to blend this in. This is my go-to brush for being able to blend in color corrector. I just wet it with a little bit of water to get it damp, and now I'm going to begin the process of just blending and smoothing this in under the eye. So as you guys can see, I'm not doing anything too harsh or too heavy or too hard. You just really want to use a light hand when blending this in. But so far, guys, I can say that I am, kind of impressed with the way that this is going on and blending out under my eye. It looks very smooth and very hydrating. So my under eyes don't feel, super dry with it on. But this is how it looks with just those 3 dots with that application and blending that in. So guys, comment below and let me know what you think about how this looks thus far. I do see just a tiny bit peeking in down there, so I'm just going to add a tad bit more to see if we can build coverage in that area. And I'm going to take like just 2 micro dots, right? Because again, I said we're going to take it slow because you can build up, but it's really hard to take away makeup, once you get into your application process. So again, with that same blending brush, I'm just going to gently, pat that in and see if we were able to build that coverage. And it looks like we were, because that spot underneath where it was a little bit more gray, I do believe that this is buildable. So yeah, I was able to build this up and it looks pretty good right now. Now I'm going to do the application for the bridge of my nose. I always do this part separately because, again, I want to reiterate, I don't want to overuse the product and end up putting too much orange on the face. If you put too much orange color corrector on, you are going to end up looking very Oompa Loompa-ish, as a lot of orange just caked up is going to be, hard to cover up. So after I applied those 2 dots, I'm going to, again, take that concealer blending brush and I'm going to just gently blend it in on the bridge of my nose. So I find that the bridge of my nose is often a difficult part of the face to color correct because my hyperpigmentation is especially deep in that area. So sometimes it is a struggle, but that is the other side with nothing on. And this is the side with the Dragunfire color corrector. So it looks okay, but I feel like that darkness is still very prominent and peeking through a lot. So I'm going to again try the method of building it up and seeing, can this color corrector that people are saying is the best out there on the market with all its $25 worth of glory, is going to be covering up, the darkest and deepest and the toughest parts of my hyperpigmentation. So I went in again with another layer, and again, I'm just using that brush to gently blend it in. This brush is really good because it's not going to like pick up too much, but even after doing another application and layer on there, I still see that there's breakthrough with my hyperpigmentation. So I opted to just try just one little dot concentrated on the area where I still see the breakthrough of the gray and the hyperpigmentation underneath. And using that brush again, I will try to gently, blend that as best as possible without removing too much of it. And you guys can really see how light I am being with this brush because I don't, want to pick up any, but it just looks like for me, that breakthrough is still going to be there. So I still see that hyperpigmentation, coming through, but I'm not going to count this color corrector out just yet because for $25, maybe she might work if we use a really good concealer on top. So let's see. Now I'm going to grab my MAC 24-Hour Studio Fix Concealer. This is in the color NC50. This is great if you have a golden/olive undertone and you are looking for a great concealer that is skin-like. This is also full coverage. When you color correct, you want full coverage. So I'm just going to take whatever came out on the applicator and I'm going to do 4 strokes right there underneath the eye. And what I like to do, the technique that I really like to lean on, is allowing the concealer about 20 to 30 seconds to dry down a bit, and then from there I will blend it in with my beauty blender. I'm just going to dampen that with some water, as you can see here, and once that is nice and damp, I am going to begin the process of blending that concealer in. Now you always want to use a full coverage concealer, especially if you're color correcting and especially if you have deep hyperpigmentation like myself. But guys, right now she is looking like they are working as a good team. They are team players and they are pairing well together. I feel like looking at this footage, the Dragunfire color corrector in orange and my MAC 24-Hour Studio Fix Concealer are working well together because dark circles where my under eyes look like they have a lot of good coverage, and I don't see that orange breaking through where I put the concealer on. Now in true fashion, again, I'm going to do the bridge of my nose separately, put 3 dots there. I let it dry down, and grabbing my damp beauty blender again, I am going to blend this in. And I do apologize, for some reason my camera was just deciding like she wasn't going to cooperate. Some days she loves me, but today she wasn't feeling me, guys, because she was getting out of focus and stuff like that. But yeah, I will blend this in to the best of my ability on the bridge of the nose. So we have completely blended everything in on the bridge of the nose right here, and this is what it looks like. So it looks like everything is blended in, but unfortunately I can notice on the bridge of my nose that there is a breakthrough grayness of the hyperpigmentation, and also a little bit of that color corrector oranginess kind of came through. So I did a second layer, just building it up, taking my time to blend it in to see if a second layer of concealer would be able to help with that breakthrough I saw with the hyperpigmentation on the bridge of the nose. So I finished blending that out, and I think it did help a little bit, but you can still see those 2 very prominent gray spots on the bridge of the nose. So kind of disappointing when it came to that aspect, that the color corrector on really, really deep hyperpigmentation in orange wasn't able to handle that too well. But now we're going to move on. We're going to use some translucent setting powder. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier. And I'm going to use this really cheap e.l.f. pointed brush to go ahead and set that. So I just like to lightly set my under eye, nothing too fancy. I just like to take a little bit of the powder and press it in wherever I put that color corrector and concealer combo. All right, so all those parts have been set with powder, and this is what it looks like thus far with the concealer and color corrector combo. And now I'm going to move on to the setting spray. I'm going to use the MAC Fix Plus setting spray. You can use whatever you want. I just have this on hand. So I sprayed the area and I let it dry down. And now this is the final look. So this is how everything looks with the entire process using that Nikita Dragunfire color corrector in the color orange. You guys, please let me know what you think below. I feel like for $25, the under eye looked good. It didn't really do much for the bridge of my nose. You can still see a lot of the hyperpigmentation there breaking through. And in the end, I still am clinging onto my LA Pro Girl in the color orange because that's $4.99. And I feel like that did a better job than this $25 color corrector. But guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please consider subscribing to my channel, clicking on that notification bell so that way you know whenever I post more videos. But as always, stay safe and stay blessed. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.